Google. Let's go get him again.
Welcome back to the Robezoid channel. I'm your host, Mark, and welcome to an unboxing first impression video on the brand of Chanel. And it's been a long time since we spoke about Chanel. Chanel as a brand, at least in the men's aisle, it takes them a long time to release a fragrance. And people kind of put Chanel on this pedestal. And because it takes so long, they must be really refined fragrances, definitely up there. And that's why it takes them so long. This is their last of their men's line. Like, this is what they've been doing in the past, what was this, a 2010 launch? So the past decade, this is what we've gotten. And I'll be honest, this is a sad trio, very sad trio. As a fragrance head, now again, I haven't smelled these two, so... But I own this. I've owned this since launch. I've reviewed this, and this is, I haven't worn this as my scent of the day for, like, I ignore this. This is probably, I'm sorry to the Bleu, the Chanel lovers out there. This is the eau de toilette, and like, there's so much better from the brand of Chanel. They are very much, I don't know, I feel like overhyped. This stuff is screechy as can be. I don't know how anybody can like this kind of stuff. It is top seller. These are all top sellers. This is the cream of the crop, the one I'm going to be delving into. Apparently, as far as sales goes, this is the most popular of the trio. I have the Parfum here. I bought these two at Shoppers Drug Mart, which is, I didn't actually buy them. I used my points, so they were free 99, which is worth the admission price of just to open these things up. And it wasn't cheap. It was a lot of points. These things are expensive. I got the 50 mils because I know, is this the 100 mil or 150? Yeah, it's 100 mil. I learned my lesson. I don't want to get a big boy bottle. Like, I have hardly a dent in here. I don't reach for this at all. I don't think it's ever made a top list for me. Never will. Blue fragrances, just, they're not aquatic. It's like a fake aquatic fog. So, the EDP, so they got different concentrations, and I know I'm super late, it's 2023. I could put money on the table right now that Chanel's cooking up something, because it's been a while since they've released a men's staple. An elixir is coming for Bleu de Chanel, and people are just going to go, it's just like they put it's funny, all these brands are putting elixir on their fragrances and upcharging us. For what? Because you called it elixir, like Sauvage, y'all did it and they did it successfully, and now everybody else is doing it. So I would not be surprised if there's going to be a Chanel Bleu de Chanel elixir, which is going to cost $50 more than this thing. It's coming, folks. And if they do something else, like a new staple men's line and start something new, I would be shocked. Now, we may not even get a release in 2024, so I may be wrong. Now, when you're turning a concentration or making different concentrations, usually things go, as far as volume goes, you don't add much to it. Some notes go up, they're more pronounced, some go down, some last longer, some last less. Usually they add one or two notes to change a little bit of the fragrance, and that's what I think happened here. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was amber that they added to this, and that's it. So it's a darker release than this, and honestly, this thing, like, the grapefruit's okay in it. The opening, it has that sharpness and it's nice, but it's not one of the best in the game. So let's get into it. The nose behind this one, Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, is Jacques Pulge, good old Jacques Pulge. Definitely respect the man, respect his nose. Resume impeccable. I do have my test strip here. I want to smell it on strip too. This was released back in 2014, so I'm almost 10 years too late. Almost. And they have, funny enough, I noticed this when I did the ingredient list is on the box, but they also have a sticker here. I'm not going to waste your time to see if the sticker is different than get out of here, than the actual box, but I definitely will check that out later on. Wow, it's been a while since I've unboxed a Chanel product. It's been a while. Let's see. Okay, Eau de Parfum, huh? I like the blue color. I gotta say that, like, it's not a Like I like this, I don't know what the name of this color is, but it's a very dark blue color. I like that. Chanel, always attention to detail, always a top tier product in regards to everything I see here is top notch. You got to admit that. So I'm going to spray on strip first. Let's see what I get. Grapefruit. It has that citrusy, and this is going to be my scent of the day today. I'm going to smell like a bluey today. I'm going to smell very standard today. Yeah. Like I see the appeal, but I don't. First thing that came to mind, and forget notes, a little more polished than the Eau de Toilette. I feel like the Eau de Toilette had its rough edges. The citrus was good in this one, and it's good in this one too. This smells, it just smells so, it's versatile, yes. You can wear it during the day. You can wear it almost all seasons. You need one of these, of course you do, but it feels so uninspiring. It feels like you're wearing the same white shirt, black tie with the black pants every day. This is what this smells like. There's nothing wrong with that. Versatile, daily wear, day, night, work, date, whatever. You know what? This one's actually, you know, they say this one's a little richer. Maybe onto something. It has that soapy, clean quality. It's not bleu. It's not blue. It doesn't smell aquatic to me. It smells clean. A little bit of edge to it. There is some peppery nuances. That one's, it's much brighter on the strip than on my skin. Yeah, I like this one more than the Eau de Toilette. I could tell already. And it's not that there's a lot of change. It just feels more polished, if that makes sense. Like it's the same friends that are in here, that are in there. But it feels like that weird bluish thing, Ambrox, is gone. Not gone, but it's still safe. It's very clean. It's well made. Okay, well, it's much brighter on the strip. Holy crap, that citrus opening, grapefruit, lemon, bergamot thing, very bright, very uplifting on my skin. It's already in its second stage. I feel some woody aspects here. A little bit of an ambery glow, a little bit. You know what? You know what? Hey, I will eat my words. I will. Yeah, that's bright off the cuff. But it's good. It's not great citrus, but I wonder how this one's going to be now. You got my attention now. This is all right. It's all right. Okay, it's all right. Like, I'd rather have this than a Dylan Bleu, Eros, Sauvage, Sauvage Eau de Toilette. Maybe the Sauvage trifecta, it might get better. It probably doesn't. I feel like this is totally redundant and a terrible release compared to this. Now I see why. Cleaned up. And I mean that by like cleaned up as far as it's less in your face, like less, you're well better, much better blended. You're gone. I like this. Hey man, maybe a leopard can change its spots. You know what? If one brand is going to change my mind on blue scents, it would be Chanel. I would think Dior would have a leg in the race. And I did buy some Sauvage. I think I bought the Eau de Toilette, and I bought a few of theirs. So I'm doing the exact same thing as I'm doing here. I hated the Eau de Toilette, Sauvage, and this one. I hated them both. They're horrible fragrances as far as these brands go. They have so much better to... This at least has quality to it. It's not... It's still versatile, daily wear. Boring, yeah, but it's I appreciate a well-blended, well-made fragrance, and this is smoother. Way smoother than this. It doesn't smell cheap. It smells like a Chanel. Nice. Okay, well, it's not going to get a 10 out of 10 out of me, but it has promise. Like, it's right now, it's at a high 7 maybe? Low 8? Not bad. Is it something that I, you know my taste, right? You know my designer taste. This is not going to be a 10 out of 10 ever, but I have to give it props. Not bad. Surprised. That's what happens. You know what? I should have got 100 mil of this and 50 mils of that. Now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. And I'll be okay wearing this today. Like, I was cringing because I smelt this again. Like, I haven't smelt this in years. And I put it on the strip and I'm like, oh, I am going to smell. I'm not going to enjoy. This is giving me kind of a little bit of hope for this little thing. And this has like, they changed the font color here. It's not white. It's brownish color. Interesting. Anyway, now I'm looking forward to unboxing this, and it's in the queue, but it's far away in the queue. It's like, I'm probably going to unbox this in 2024. Again, I'm sorry, I got tons to unbox, like tons, but I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to enjoy wearing this, not as much as I would enjoy any other fragrance, like some of my favorites, but it's surprisingly good and fresh. Well, it's fresh. It's not surprisingly fresh. It's fresh, though. And I can see the versatility. Like, this is very much, if I had to, and I'm sorry, I'm prolonging this review. If I had to recommend one blue fragrance now, and I would recommend one, it would be this. This is your versatile, boring, and again, it's boring, but it's well constructed. And I will appreciate a well constructed scent, and this is well constructed. There is good balance in here. Everything's working together. There's no rough edges. There's not that weird ambroxy kind of rough edge to it. It really emphasizes the notes. I like that. Okay, as always, a great report fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your blue-based fragrance wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube.